Happy 4th of July, NBDR followers. Joseph Snyder here, CEO of No Borders Inc., coming to you on this 4th of July 2019 with our bi-weekly update video. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have a couple of different things to kind of go over today and some updates and some fun stuff that we've been working on. So I hope you're having a fantastic holiday. We will be sharing this video on the 4th of July, and there are some news releases that we have scheduled to come out. But normally we would, do a press release with the video coming out. We're not going to do that this week because it is the 4th of July. So we're going to save that for probably next week. Roll out the news releases once we're back past the holidays. So we do have some exciting things going on with the company. Again, I'd like to first and foremost make a shout out to all of the NBDR teams, the people who put in all of the work and the energy and the effort to make all of this a reality and to bring all of these pieces together on a daily basis. So those teams are growing. We're having a great time with that. The people that have supported us through this entire journey love what's going on, and we have these growing, vibrant, amazing teams of people that just put so much energy and so much effort and so much work into the different pieces of the puzzle that we have going on every single day. So a big shout out to the NBDR teams, to all of the people who've been with us for a long time, to other brand new folks who are just coming on and kind of joining the adventure with us. And we will be sharing some updates, some staffing updates and some things like that, like I said, over the next week or so as well. So be looking out for that. In the meantime, we are working on Q2 financials, and based on the analyst estimates that I've seen kind of floating around the internet, I think, I believe that we're going to be reporting Q2 numbers that basically exceed expectations. And I am, I don't have all of those, final details done yet. And we are working to get those financials compiled as quickly as we can. I had several hours of meetings with various parties, various participants on our team today about the Q2 financials, both with our bookkeeping teams and our CPAs, and Andrew Coldicut, our amazing, fantastic, wonderful securities attorney who I can never say enough about. He does a fantastic job for us. And there's some people in an organization that always have a smile and always have a positive answer and bring the rain with results. And Andrew's one of those guys. So check him out. He's a good dude. But yeah, I think, with the information that I've seen kind of floating around about, where we were last year, focused almost exclusively on, software, blockchain specifically, these pieces of the puzzle, and coming into the end of last year, with, not really with the results that we were looking for, and, knowing that before the end of the year, so being able to take action and get ahead of some of those issues, and bring products to market and bring fantastic products to market, attack some different verticals, attack some different sales methods, right? We have business to business, we have business to customer, we have, business to higher education, and we are actively working on business to government. So, those are different sales cycles, those are different, models, those are different support and service models. And we're doing that in multiple verticals. And we were able to kind of bring that to the forefront of our strategies, and at the same time put ourselves in a position to continue talking about sharing, proselytizing, dare I say, the Web3 and blockchain technologies and how we see these things as tools for the improvement of business, the reduction of cost, and all of these benefits that we believe exist because decentralized ledger technology, blockchain technology, and these other things are coming down the pipe into usability and real world application and things like that. And we have come around that over and over and over from the very beginning. We went through last year, our reverse merger, our cleanup year, if you will, focused on communicating that message to businesses, to enterprise, to government, and putting ourselves, specifically myself and Chris, our CTO, into the market space as subject matter experts, as people who were looking at these things from a real world perspective, and doing so inside of a regulated listed entity. And so that work that we have done to get us to the point where we are, essentially subject matter experts in the space, where we do get inbound phone calls and communications, excuse me, leads and bids. Hold on, I'll get a drink in case you missed it. And we worked very, very hard at that. We spent a lot of time engaging with media and doing educational interviews and all kinds of things to kind of tell people about that idea and tell people that this is how we see things. That did not, by the end of last year, yield the results that we felt were needed to have that continue to be a mainstay focus. Crypto had crashed. I think that there's definitely a correlation between the price of cryptocurrencies and the interest in these technologies. I think that's obvious. And so, our strategy there was simple. Stay in contact with everybody that we know, keep ourselves in the, in the circles that exist in these industries, and go build some fun real world businesses that we can apply technology to and have impacts with down the road. And so that's what we've done. And I think we have done a damn good job. I am really proud of the teams. I am proud of everybody that's put in all of the work to get us where we are today. I'm proud of myself. I worked my ass off to get us here. And I'm pretty happy with where we're at. I'm going to be really honest with you. So, having that reality that we have these technologies that we believe are superior over the long term, and we believe we have an understanding about how they work and apply, and other people have the belief that we understand how they work and apply also. And so we do get inbound lead generation, we get calls for consulting, we get all kinds of things where people are saying, I've got an idea, does this actually work, right? Or, hey, I've got an idea, we need this thing built. Is that something that you guys, can do or want to do or have the cycles available time to do? And so, those are still happening today, literally today, and yesterday, and 2 weeks ago. We have had a continual cycle of these kind of open conversations. And so right now we're putting together the pieces and arranging partners for a financial focused project of our own within No Borders funding with blockchain. And that is moving along nicely. We're very happy with where that's at the moment. And at that exact same time, we are currently working with some of our partners in the industry, preparing bids for RFP for blockchain projects. Specifically, there is one of these RFPs that is a state level project for a state here in the United States, and it is a blockchain project. And those are things that No Borders Labs is working on. Those are leads that we are bringing in organically. This isn't paid marketing that we're doing. This is the fact that we have been very clear and concise and consistent with the market the entire time, talking about how these technologies get reused in the real world and our beliefs around that, and the technical abilities to help bring those things to reality and bring those things to market and manage those projects through, work with legal for compliance, work with all of the stakeholders that it takes to put something like that together, where you can have a government agency utilize something in a unique way, or you can have a public-private partnership, or you can have these special finance vehicles. And so you guys know I get passionate about this stuff. I mean, there's hours and hours and hours of me on the internet talking just like this, where, you know, I go down rabbit hole after rabbit hole because I see with clarity, right? I see with clarity the impact that these things can have on, you know, risk management, that they can have on financial transactions, that they can have on the cost basis for, you know, property transactions and special asset vehicles, special interest vehicles, special finance vehicles. One of those three that I just said is probably actually not a thing, so you can call me out on that later. But you know, these are really cool things to play with. These are very interesting structures. There's some really interesting things like around tax advantages and all these kind of things that are existing legal structures that simply we can play with and you know, mold maybe a little bit, you know, work with the attorney that can we do this kind of stuff, but potentially bring some of these financial tools and ideas to market. And that's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for me. It's one of my passion projects. And now that crypto's on the rise again, right, we see that uptick. And I think that's a natural thing. I don't have a problem with that. I have no problem going to ground and working to bring these amazing products to market. By the way, if you haven't tried No Borders Natural CBD products, you are missing out. We'll go to ground and hustle and work and build brands and build companies that are amazing and impact lives and generate revenues and you know, all of those great things. Create jobs and you know, we're creating jobs. It's 4th of July, folks. We're creating jobs all around America. You know, there are people in manufacturing centers who have to put our product in jars. There's people feeding their families around this country who are doing inbound call handling, outbound sales calling for Metadent, all of the outbound work for No Borders Naturals around our wholesale and our distribution, the entire government and education division around Metadent supplies of doing this outreach and finding these RFPs and looking for bids that we can put together and do proposals on. I mean, we're having an impact around the country with a remote work company with real world products, and they're fantastic products. And we have and on Metadent we have a fantastic product line. We have a growing product line, and we deliver amazing service at lower prices than our competitors. It's an amazing industry. It's an amazing industry. And, you know, the things that we get to do are just so much fun. And those are the cycles that we're taking when we're looking to build out different divisions that we can then play with technology in, that we can then look at how blockchain impacts and look at how we bring these other products to market. And I think we've been very clear about that vision. I know it's complex, right? And I know for a while people were a little, you know, lost on it. So I'm going through it again because this comes back to No Borders Labs and, you know, working with these partners in this industry and looking at live RFPs from a state of the union, saying, hey, you know, we want to greenlight this thing. We want this pilot project off the ground, you know, and our partners and us look at that and say, yeah, we know the right people for that, you know, or somebody gets that and looks around the ecosystem and says, hey, you know, we better call Chris over at No Borders Labs and have a conversation. And that means we did that right. And we can deliver on this. We can take this through. We'll apply that same level of customer service. We'll apply that same level of attention to detail that you see in our products that you can order on nobordersnaturals.com, that you can see in the product delivery and customer service that we put into metadentSupplies.com. We're operating multiple brands. They're not even named the same. That's on purpose too. I had to prove, and by the way, my own advisory board fought me on that. Francine Hardaway's in London right now, taking European distribution meetings for our company. She fought me on that. She says, No Borders Naturals, and it's No Borders, and we're packaging this branding for No Borders. You know, the dental company has to be No Borders. And I said, no, I want to prove that we can do it no matter what the name is. I want to prove that we can pick up a brand and we can apply the technologies and we can cut costs, we can improve service, we can lower prices, and we can impact markets. And I want to do it with my name, and I want to do it with another name, and I want to do it again, and then I want to apply technology to it, and I want to have a great time while I'm doing it. And that's exactly what we're doing. And it's the 4th of July, so yay America too. I'm having a good day. Can you tell I'm having a good day? I'm having a good day. Okay, page 2. Page 2. Page two has inspiration notes around the corners so that I remember what vibe to keep. So this one says bountiful. That's a good one. So I'll share some of these with you. Tubular. I like that. There's a throwback. That one's good. That conjures an image, right? Tubular, and you're like, oh, okay, like sunshine and rainbows, surfing, right? So yeah, I think I skipped a part here. I totally skipped a part. Okay, so going back to the part that I skipped because I went Joe's rabbit hole on that other piece. I have taken a really close look, over the last couple of months at the job that we're doing and the work that we're doing as a public company to present our businesses and our ideas in our company to the right demographic, to more investors, right? To more penny stock investors and OTC market investors, and even larger market investors and institutional investors as well, right? Sometimes they come hang down with us little guys, right? Once in a while. So as I thought about that, and Chris and I kind of dug into it a bit, and we really looked at it, we felt that there is a lot more education and engagement about NBDR that we can do starting immediately. And with the digital engagement technologies and the tools and the analytics and targeting and everything that we have at our disposal in No Borders Labs, we believe that clarifying our company message maybe a little bit. I get verbose, I know, and I can get out there with the vision, I know, but clarifying that company mission and vision a little bit, distilling that into some fun, quick comms, 30-second videos, and quick little widgets, like these, these are just little info pieces. Like, hey, did you like that CBD? Did you enjoy it? By the way, we're a publicly traded company. So these are kind of cool. I've showed you guys these before, but basically we're taking that idea out a little bit, or a lot, hopefully. And we've done some tests because us, we're data geeks. We like our tests. So we've done some tests with very, very, very good results. The numbers were fantastic as far as impressions and cost per engagement and all of these things. So what we're doing is we're really going to attack that. And I think, Bo Headforce is on my advisory board. He is currently in Sweden. Hi, Bo. I know you watch these, and he is constantly guiding me to improve our investor relations and improve the way that we're communicating with investors and the market and bringing our brand to market. I hear him. I hear Francine Hardaway when she tells me these things. These are part of the reason that we have these folks in our ecosystem to come back and tell us, hey guys, there's a cycle on this thing that maybe we're not hitting all the way through, and maybe we can organize better. So we're updating our IR page on the website. Again, we're going to make it even cleaner and smoother and more searchable. We're going to really try to tell that story at the top with a kind of a roadmap and a short video. So we're cleaning all of that up. And so we're gonna clean up the IR side on what information people are getting when they are finding out about us, right? Where are they going when they find out about us? What is that experience? What are the value proposition? What are the pieces that they're looking for? And how can we communicate that clearly? back that up to these, shorter type social media posts and short video ads and things like that, where we're just communicating our brand message and we're communicating our vision. And we believe that that could be really impactful. We have had a lot of success doing that with medical equipment, right? So medical equipment is the product, and here's the ads, and here's the information, and here's the landing page, and here's the keywords, and here's all the stuff, and then here's your target demographics, and who buys this equipment, and what do they need it for, and right? What are all of these metrics? And then you have all of these data sets that go in that say, here's who we want to talk to, here's where they live online, here's the message we want to share with them, and here's what we want them to see once they've seen that message and taken an action, made a click or whatever, commented on social media, whatever the thing is. So we're really just looking at strategically applying that to our investor relations side and to sharing the NBDR vision and our company and our company's mission and our remote work and lean operating model and diverse business model and systems and operations and technology first model, all of these things with more folks, and doing so in a clean and concise and impactful way. And we really believe that that will have a positive impact on on our ecosystem and for our company, and a lot of resonance and a lot of energy and a lot of engagement. And we believe that those are good things. So this is a piece that we're very focused on in Q3. We have some aggressive growth numbers, that internal growth numbers over Q2 that our teams are tasked with and going to battle for. We have some big pieces of the retail distribution networks and large e-com platforms. I'll let you insert whatever names you think that might be, where we have staffed now strategically to aggressively attack listing and engagement and sell-through on these platforms. We have aggressively looked at, we have brought on people who are aggressively looking for and currently bidding RFPs across our spectrum, all of the medical and dental equipment lines that we have access to, as well as any of the technology stuff that may be relevant. And in addition to that, we have the information, some information that we'll be sharing about No Borders Naturals wholesale and the distribution side of that business, the wholesale side of that business. And, again, we've taken massive action. We have people on the ground every single day right now on the phones working to share that with more retail locations, share that with more distribution networks, share that with more C-stores and yoga studios and everything, CBD stores, everywhere else that we have all of this interest. And that's all of the work that we're doing just to make noise in the market, in these markets, right? We have a ton of inbound. We have a ton of inbound coming in through No Borders Naturals. We're ranking first for keywords around CBD, and we're ranking in the top 3 for keywords around specific products around the dental market. This all is inbound lead gen that we're not paying for. We're not burning ad revenue. Or ad spend. We're not burning capital chasing that. Those leads are coming into us, just like the blockchain development leads are coming into us. The CBD stuff for the keywords that we're up there for in these specific products coming into us, and we've got fantastic sell-through on these things. The reorder rates on No Borders Naturals are probably the highest I've ever seen in an e-com. I mean, when people use these products, they come back and get them again and again. So, the subscription model's built into that website. That thing is just beautiful. It's where we get subscriptions all the time. We have a bunch of people that are on that monthly plan for whatever their custom CBD package is. And that subscription system is amazing. Chris and the No Borders Labs team did a fantastic job. I mean, it's completely valuable. You can go in there, you can click all your stuff, you can pick what you want, you can get rid of what you don't want. I mean, it's totally your way. And then, other than one order last month, and I know because I get these myself in my email. All of them got all the have it your ways got shipped the right way except for one. We sent one out the wrong way and we had to get it fixed. So, but the fulfillment, the fulfillment teams, I don't know if Chantel watches these. I'll tell Cynthia to bug her, but Chantel and Cynthia and Abigail and Ashley and I'm gonna just not name like 400 souls. It's gonna get me I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna stop naming people. Nick and Nina and Francine. Okay. Chris and Cynthia. So, attacking the piece of presenting our company to investors for the sake of having investors know about who we are and understand our mission and look at what we're doing is valuable to the company, but it's not something that we can spend a ton of money on, right? It's not something that provides a cash ROI like an ad dollar spent on naturals or an ad dollar spent on MetaNet. And we're aware of that, very cautious with that. We're very careful with that. The tests that we did show that we can have a really outsized impact for a very limited amount of capital. We spent about $100, and I believe we got 2 million impressions, 600 clicks, things like that. So results that we can really, really stand on at a very, very low budget and have a lot of impact and share a lot of information, engage with a lot of people in the OTC market and penny stock investors, and just have this conversation with them, right? And say, this is what we're doing. We're doing it in the real world. You can go on my e-coms and buy my products. You can call my phone numbers. The phones are answered. You can go on the websites and open a chat. Those things are answered. You get the products in the mail. They're packaged nicely, and they're beautiful products. Man, I still can't say enough about how much these products helped me personally with my neck and my shoulders and like all that stuff. I just lived with this knot like in the back of my neck from this shoulder thing. And it was, chiropractors, massage, painkillers, right? Cause this was probably a year and a half ago that I started using these type of products, or a year ago that I started using this particular product specifically that actually really got my neck to let go. And before that time, right, the opium thing hadn't been shut down, man. The doctors would just give us like, yeah, here's a bunch of, here's Percocet 10s, your shoulder socks. So here's Percocet. That's you're killing me. It's not healthy. I don't like it. And so I talk about these products. I share these products. I seriously, I go to yoga. Y'all know I do a lot of yoga. Okay. I try to do 2 or 3 classes a week. If I can get in more, I get in more. It's how I stay grounded. It's how I stay centered. That and gardening. I do a lot of gardening and we've just got stuff everywhere coming out of the garden. But I go to yoga and I leave with like, I've got my tablet and we've got our point of sale on there and I've got my kids call it my man purse. I'm going to hear about this later. I know, but they call it my man purse. It's a leather, bag but it holds all the CBD. So like if I'm going out to, go engage with people or go to an event or something like that, like, it's like a quick little inventory pack, right? And I've got a tablet with it that has our point of sale. So boom, 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 you can check people out right there and they can buy product. So cool, like on the go, let's do that, right? Remote work company. And so, but yeah, I take these products with me and I go to yoga and like, hey, guess what? There's a couple $100. Cool, let's do that again. So love the products, want to share the whole mission with more folks. We have some of the most loyal and passionate shareholders, and social media people, BMO, Tim Riemann, see, I shouldn't be doing names. It's too late. It's too late at night for me to be doing names. It really is, because I'm going to miss a bunch of people and I'm going to feel terrible. Terry, Pumi, Fitness Mama. These people have just told as many people as they can tell for as long as you could ever ask anybody to do an OTC play. And, I really feel like the reason that is A, they're good people, and B, they think they found something different. They think that they encountered something that feels different than the usual shit that goes on. And part of my job is to make that real and to make that true. But we can share that with more people, and we can get more impact, and we can get more power in our organization if some other people hear that too, right? And so I love our diehards. I will never forget you guys. There will be a day where I thank y'all in person. But our goal here in Q3 from this side of things about impacting investor relations, about clarifying the message for the market, about presenting that message aggressively to the market, and then managing an engagement cycle through a landing into email contact and on is something that we're very focused on. And so we're gonna kick some ass with that and have a great time with it. And so, yeah, that covers pretty much all of that. Team Awesome. It literally says Team Awesome right there. Team Awesome. So I've got a note here on a last little bit, but I'm not going to talk about that because we're going to drop that in a press release on Friday. Let's do a press release on Friday. So it's a fun one, and it's actually something I'd like to talk about, so I'm going to shut up, and we'll just do a little press release on Friday, and then we'll kick the rest of that stuff that we were going to kind of maybe talk about that was going to have a press release with this video, and that's not happening because it is the 4th of July. So yeah, guys, that's kind of what I got. We're super busy. We're having a great time. The team's growing. The companies are growing. Everything is revving forward and going very, very well. So we are working really, really hard, and I hope y'all have an amazing 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. I love the fact that we're Americans. I love that we're an American company. I love that we're creating American jobs, and it's amazing to be on this journey and this adventure with you guys. Happy 4th of July. Have a fantastic holiday.